Hi everyone, welcome back to the Washington Update. I'm Don Cravins Jr., Executive Director of the National Urban League's Washington Bureau. This is your Washington Update with the top 3 things you need to know. Now, you've probably been hearing that Senate leaders are currently working in secret to craft and negotiate the repeal of the Affordable Care Act. This replacement bill is being called the American Health Care Act. If this replacement bill is passed, it would repeal the ACA or Obamacare, and that could mean a reduction in Medicaid benefits, the stripping away of health care for at least 23 million people, including 5 million African Americans. Now, we can't stand by and allow that to happen. And so we are asking members of our Urban League movement to join us in defending the Affordable Care Act by calling your senator at 202-224-3121 and urging them to say no to the American Health Care Act. You can track our efforts on this at hashtag SaveACA and hashtag ProtectOurProgress. Last week, the National Urban League sent a letter to every member of the United States House of Representatives urging them to vote against the Financial Choice Act, also known as the Wrong Choice Act. Now, this bill is an attempt to rescind the consumer protections that were included in the Dodd-Frank Act that was signed into law by President Obama in 2010. You may remember the Dodd-Frank Act. It was the landmark financial reform legislation designed to protect consumers from the excesses that caused the financial crisis in the first place. Well, now some members of the House of Representatives want to weaken Dodd-Frank. They want to do this by stripping away the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, a financial watchdog agency and advocate for the American people with a proven track record of success. The National Urban League will continue to push back against this attempt and any attempt to roll back financial protections that prevent predatory lending and other practices that will result in the economic stagnation of communities of color. Again, call and tweet at your members of Congress and tell them that the Financial Choice Act is the wrong choice for Americans. And lastly, in May, Senators Bernie Sanders and Patty Murray and Representative Bobby Scott introduced important legislation to raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by year 2024. The Raise the Wage Act of 2017 would raise the minimum wage, which has been stuck at $7.25 an hour since 2009. Thanks to the efforts around the country through the Fight for $15 campaign, low-wage workers have won higher wages in more than 60 states, cities, and counties combined. But more must be done for workers in the 21 states that have not increased their hourly wages. Raising the federal minimum wage for workers in these states is especially critical for African American workers, since many of these states have some of the largest African American populations in the country. The National Urban League has joined a coalition of organizations in the fight to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We detail the importance of this and other economic solutions to address the needs of everyday, hardworking Americans in our Main Street Marshall Plan, From Poverty to Prosperity, which I encourage you to download from our website at www.nul.org. Please take a look at it. It's got some great information in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our top 3 things that you need to know. Please take a look at our entire Washington Update. And as always, thanks for what you do in and for the movement.